And I think the problem with labeling yourself is, my problem was at that time was I said, I'm not a backup goaltender. And all of a sudden we traded for Justin Pogge, he was awarded the top goalie in the country the year after. I just kind of said to myself, you know what, I'm not a backup goalie. So it's rather than being a good backup goalie and a good teammate, I kind of sulked. I was sitting at the end of the bench. I was just kind of, you know, for lack of a better term, I was just kind of rotting. And in a span of probably 3 to 6 months, I went from being top 3 or 4 in the country to like not even being drafted within like several months. So like, how does that happen? Rather than, you know, sitting on the end of the bench and saying, oh, this sucks, I'm not playing, I'm not getting any starts, take pride in that. And rather than labeling yourself as, oh, I'm a starting goalie and I'm not doing that right now, something feels wrong, embracing what you have and using what you have and having fun with it. And I started doing that at the end of the year. We went on a pretty good playoff run. We lost in the conference finals to Brandon that year, but by that time the damage was done. I mean, the scouts had already come out. They'd already come, and this is stuff I didn't know then, but they were watching me in practice. They were watching me on the bench. They were talking to my coaches. They were talking to my teammates who are drafted, because if you want to get information on a guy, the best way to do it, if you're a scout for New York Rangers, you're going to ask, you know, Brody Dupont, who was a year older than me and drafted at that time. And you're going to say, Brody, how's Dan in the room? How is he in practice? What kind of goalie is he? And I was a good goalie. Obviously I was a good goalie. I was there, but my actions weren't aligning with my goals because I was labeling myself as a starting goalie and I wasn't. So it didn't line up, and that's a dangerous recipe. It's a recipe for failure. If you can't line up to that thing you've labeled yourself as. So the message in that, I think, is just to embrace what you have, and obviously do the best with what you have, and enjoy doing it.